Bib number 211 from Asheville Bay, Davina Anderson comes in with a time of 44.96. That's 44.96 for Davina Anderson. The fastest time of the day. Nice going, Davina. On course, Maddie Perry approaches the finish with Lauren Hefner out of the gate. In the start, Sabrina Radke from DC Everest. Maddie Perry approaches the finish. Lauren Hefner on the steeps, and Sabrina Radke in the start. From Rice Lake. Crossing the finish, number 612 from Rice Lake. Rivers Heathman comes in with a time of 45.23. That's 45.23 for Rivers Heathman. On course, Tommy Joe Springer from Northland Pines. In the start, Zoe Stennett from Rice Lake. Zoe Stennett is now on course, and Tommy Joe Springer's approaching the finish. In the start from GPST, Grace Wellhouse. Crossing the finish, bib number 987 from Granite Peak Ski Team, Grace Wellhouse comes in with a 43.21. That's 43.21 for Grace Wellhouse. On course, Emma Perry from Northland Pines. In the start, Lauren Meyer. Crossing the finish from DC Everest, bib number 404, Annika Lewis comes in with a time of 42.50. That's 42.50 for Annika Lewis. On course from Rhinelander, Kayla Fritz. In the start, Ursula Peterson from Asheville Bay. Ursula is now on course. Kayla Fritz approaching the finish. In the start, 893. From Tomahawk. We have two racers on course. Alexa Prashalov approaching the finish, and just out of the start, Sheridan Westfall on course now. In the start, from Wausau East, Sophie Voss. Finishing earlier from Wausau West, bib number 537, Christina Geiger came in with a 41.09. From Rhinelander. 36, Emma Thiel. Emma comes in with a time of 45.97. That's 45.97 for Emma Thiel. On course, Haley Seafelt with Frankie Torres on course at the top of the hill. In the start, from Wausau West, Hannah Heiger. Approaching the finish, Haley Seafelt from Rhinelander. Finish. GPST, bib number 993, Max Spicinger. Max comes in with a time of 43.09. That's 43.09 for Max Spicinger. In the start, Ty Springer from Northland Pines. Approaching the finish now, Patrick Stemper, Jack Meister at the top of the hill. Ty Springer in the start. Just crossing the finish from Northland Pines. Jack Meister approaching the finish. Ty Springer screaming down the hill. In the start. Now on course, William Clancy. Just crossing the finish from Sooner, bib number 30, Jack Meister. Jack comes in with a time of 57.50. That's 57.50 for Jack Meister. We got Ty Springer approaching the finish, followed by William Clancy creeping up on him here. On course now, Bodie M at the top of the hill. We got Spencer Olson approaching the finish with Justin White on the top. Matt Burley's out of the gate now too. We've got 3 racers on course. Just crossing the finish is number 14, Spencer Olson from DC Everest. Spencer comes in with a 1:00 point. Duncan Seidel from Rhinelander. In the start, Logan Keenan from DC Everest. Just crossing the finish is number 2:56 from Ashabay. Oakley Doring. Oakley came in with a 42.17. That's 42.17 for Oakley Doring. On course now, Duncan Seidel approaching the finish, followed by Logan Keenan. In the start from Ashabay, Matt Kuba. On the finish from Rhinelander, bib number 9:15, Duncan Seidel. Duncan came in with a 38.55. That's 38.55 for Duncan. Followed by Sawyer Dennison. Ray Lukey is approaching the finish. Sawyer Dennison at the top of the hill.
Woo!
In the start, Davina Anderson from Asheville Bay. Approaching the finish now, Maddie Perry. Maddie Perry approaching. Davina Anderson just entered the course. In the start, Tommy Joe Springer from Northland Pines. Maddie Perry approaching the finish. At the top of the hill, and in the start from Rice Lake. Crossing the finish from Asheville Bay, bib number 211, Davina Anderson, came in with a time of 52.59. That's 52.59 for Davina Anderson. Crossing the finish from Rice Lake, bib number 612, Rivers Eastland. Rivers came in with a time of 56.53. That's 56.53 for Rivers Eastland. On course now, Emma Perry from Northland Pines. In the start, Lauren Hefner from Granite Peak Ski Team. Ellie Schlinkman. Ellie comes in with a time of 49.66. That's 49.66 for Ellie Schlinkman. That's the fastest time thus far. On course, Tori Roberts from Rhinelander. In the start from Wausau East, Noelle Lang. Noelle Lang's now on course, and Ava Meister is in the start. Tori Roberts approaches the finish. Just crossed the finish from Spooner. Dip number 27, Ava Meister. Ava comes in with a time of 59.26. That's 59.26 for Ava Meister. On course, Kayla Fritz from Rhinelander. And in the start, from Wausau East, Sydney Blaskowski. Sydney Blaskowski is now on course, and Kayla Fritz approaching the finish. In the start from DC Everest, it's Annika Lewis. Crossing at the finish from Rice Lake, bib number 622, Annika Dennison. Annika comes in with a nice time of 59.79. That's 59.79 for Annika Dennison. On course, Haley Seatbelt approaching the finish now. Ursula Peterson at the top of the hill. And in the start from Wausau West, Christina Geiger. Haley Seatbelt approaching. Ursula. Across the finish from Wausau, bib number 75, Aaron Bennett. Aaron comes in with a nice time of 54.91. That's 54.91 for Aaron Bennett. Alexis Pachala from Rhinelander on course. In the start from Asheville Bay, Frankie Flores. Alexis Pachala approaches the finish, and Frankie Flores at the top of the hill. In the start now from GPST, William Clancy. On course, Parker Bowman and Patrick Stemper is approaching this finish. Across the finish, the Steeps, and Jack Meister approaching the finish. Across the finish from Spooner, bib number 30, Jack Meister. Jack finishes with a 112.10, that's 112.10. Ty Springer from Northland Pines is approaching the finish, and Max Spicinger out of the gate. In the start, Bodie Imp. Coming up, Duncan Seidel on the Steeps, Matt Kuba in the start. Crossing the finish from Asheville Bay, bib number 250, Austin Flores. Austin comes in with a time of 50.70. That's 50.70 for Austin Flores. On course now, Duncan Seidel from Rhinelander, followed by Matt Kuba at the top of the hill. And in the start, Joey Trecca.
Woo! Let's go, Duncan!
Just crossing the finish, Wausau West. Bib number 521, Jack Eater finishes with a 45.67. That's 45.67. That's 45.67. That's the fastest time thus far with Justin White on the finish here, and Chris Stein on the flat and top. Braden Lupke is in the start. Across the finish from Wausau, bib number 79, Chris Stein comes in with a 49.69. That's 49.69 for Chris Stein. Braden Lupke from Rhinelander is on course with Bo Linder from PC Everest to start. Braden Lupke approaching with Bo Linder at the top. To start from Rice Lake, Sawyer Dennis.
Go Braden!
Yeah, we got Jack Eater from Wausau West with a time of 45.67. Justin White from Rhinelander with a time of 48.33. And just finished on the Steeps, Sabrina Radke in the start. Finishing earlier, bib number 211, Davina Anderson from Asheville Bay. Finished with a time of 55.10. That's 55.10 for Davina Anderson. On course, Maddie Perry from Northland Pines. Fastest thus far. Now on course, Tommy Joe Springer from Northland Pines, and in the start from GPST, Lauren Hefner. Tommy Joe Springer on the Steeps, cutting it up. And in the start, Lauren Hefner. On course, Tommy Joe Springer and Lauren Hefner. In the crossing the finish from GPST, Grace Wellhouse, bib number 987. Grace Wellhouse comes in with a time of 52.05. That's 52.05 for Grace Wellhouse. That's second fastest thus far. Now on course, Emma Perry from Northland Pines. In the start, Lauren Meyer from Rice Lake. Emma Perry approaching the finish now. Crossing the finish from 7, Christina Geiger came in with a 47.45. And from Rice Lake, bib number 610, Teresa Makosova came in with a 57.02. Just finishing from DC Everest, Haley Bartlett, bib number 400, came in with a time of 50.66. That's 50.66 for Haley Bartlett from DC Everest. Tori Roberts on course with Noelle Lang from Wausau East in the start. Finishing from Rhinelander, bib number 9, which is now on course. Crossing the finish from Rice Lake, bib number 642, Lauren Meyer. Lauren came in with a time of 102.12. That's 102.12 for Lauren Meyer. On course, Kayla Fritz. In the start, from Ashobay, Frankie Flores. Kayla Fritz on the steeps. Coming out of the compression. Kayla Fritz approaching the finish with Frankie Flores out of the gate. Alexis Perchala from Rhinelander in the start. Crossing the finish from Rhinelander, bib number 901. Coming across the finish from Ashobay, bib number 248. Frankie Flores. Frankie comes in with a time of 56.29. That's 56.29 for Frankie Flores. On course, Alexis Perchala from Rhinelander. And in the start, Sophie Moss from Wausau East. Now on course, Alexis Perchala and Sophie Moss out of the gate. In the start, Ellie Schlinkman coming across the finish from Ashobay. Bib number 248, Frankie Flores. Frankie comes in with a time of 56.29. That's 56.29 for Frankie Flores. Also finishing from Rhinelander, bib number 9. 237, Ursula Peterson's in the start. Crossing the finish from Ashobay, bib number 236, Emma Thiel. Emma came in with a time of 58.11. That's 58.11 for Emma Thiel. Haley Seatbelts on course with Ursula Peterson in the start yet. We're in seat 5 now of the girls. Haley Seatbelt on course with Ursula Peterson in the start. Crossing the finish from Ashobay, bib number 237, 6, Emma Thiel came in with a 58.11. That's 58.11 for Emma Thiel. On course yet, Haley Seabelt. In the start, Ursula Spooner. Jack Meister. Jack Meister is now on course. Ty Springer approaching the finish. In the start, Parker Bowman from Rice Lake. Coming through the finish in spectacular fashion from Northland Pines, bib number 803. Crossing the finish from Rice Lake, bib number 602, Parker Bowman. Parker came in with a time of 110.83. That's 110.83 for Parker Bowman. Patrick Stemper from Northland Pines is on course. Patrick Stemper on course yet. Max Beisinger in the start.
Click the mic in the upper right corner of berries.com.
Max Beisinger is now on course, and Patrick Stemper is approaching the finish. In the start from Tomahawk, bib number 77, Bodie M. Crossing the finish from North. On course, Duncan Seidel from Rhinelander. In the start, Wausau West, Dan Roth. Lake.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, behind me. Okay, you got 45 and 7? Yeah.
Don't get, what was your time?
45:39.
Crossing the finish from Spooner, bib number 32, Joey Tricka. Joey came in with a time of 112.20. That's 112.20. Spencer Olson. Spencer comes in with a 51.05. That's 51.05. Braden Lupke's on course. And in the start, Sawyer Dennison.
Woo! Come on, Braden. You can do it. Finish. Come on, you can do it.
Sawyer Dennison is now on course with Braden Lupke approaching the finish. In the start
on,
from
Braden.
Wausau West,
Push.
Charles Rose.